to discuss about the use of probiotic in animal feed. As we are knowing that the intestine is a paradise of the diseases, uh, mostly that sits in a bowel as a bad digestion is the root cause of all evils. It's known from the Hippocrates 4000 BC ago. As for the fact is concerns about the intestine, that the trillions living bacteria exist in the human intestine. We have more bacteria in our bodies 10 times greater than the total number of our somatic and germ cells. We carry about 2 kg of a bacteria and over 500 species of bacteria uh, present in the human in colon, lactobacillus and bifidobacterium or actinophilus. Is a comprised majority of a healthy bacteria in colon along with other disease producing bacteria. Uh, Facts about the intestine. Animal gastrointestinal tracts are populated by the hundred of different species of bacteria in mind-boggling numbers. There are billions and billions of bacteria in any animal gut. Each of these types of bacteria competes for food and living space until the available food and living space in the gut are used up. The type and the number of each bacteria varies from individual to individual, changes over time as the animal is exposed to a new type of bacteria. Mostly the factors affecting the intestinal microecosystem during infancy, the mother microbiology, mode of delivery, and feeding practices are the most important, which maps the microbial ecosystem in the uh, newborn. Later in life, the antibiotics and other drugs intakes are a microbial infection or a diet of the adult, a highly processed low fiber or a chronic diarrhea, stress or a chlorinated water use may change the microbial flora of the intestine. So the friendly bacteria like Lactobacillus acidophilus, Lactobacillus salivarius, or Lactobacillus casei, Lactobacillus thermophilus, or Bacterium bifidum, or Bacterium longum, etc. The unfriendly bacteria, which are also present in the microbial uh, flora, is they acquire the space in the intestine, and the pathogenic bacteria and the fungi, such as the candida or albicans, are the most popular or majority of the bacteria which are unfriendly present in the uh, intestine. So the probiotic, by a definition, is a live microorganisms which, when administered in the adequate amounts, confer a health benefits on the host. This is the WHO definition. The uh, probiotics are a food or a dietary supplements that contain a live bacteria with or without yeast. So probiotic increases the population of the good bacteria or microflora which are needed in the intestinal tract in order to process the food properly. They are given to animals and people too in order to aid or replace the bacteria that normally exist in the uh, animal gastrointestinal tract. The use of probiotics as a daily supplement has become popular routine in the commercial poultry industry, particularly following antibiotic treatments. One commonly known probiotic is called Lactobacillus acidophilus and is naturally occurring in some food such as yogurt. But direct application through a liquid or a powder form mixed into the drinking water is the most effective route. The Why we are using probiotics for human health. The antibiotics are alcohol consumption and the stress. They are producing the and destroying the gut microflora and emergence of the antibiotic resistance strains has to use the that makes the problem in the digestion and problem in the absorption of the nutrients in the body uh, uh, mostly enhances the use of a probiotic for the treatment of these conditions. Key properties of the probiotic is they are non-pathogenic, non-toxic, and non-allergic, whereas the capable of surviving and metabolizing in the upper gastrointestinal tract resist to a low pH and organic acid, bile juices, saliva, and gastric acids. Human in origin, genetically stable and capable of remaining viable for a long period in the field conditions, able to modulate immune response and provide resistance to disease through improved community immunity and by the production of antimicrobial substance in the guts. The good adhesion and colonization to a human intestinal tract and influence on a gut mucosal permeability, antagonistic against the carcinogenic and pathogenic organisms, clinically proven health benefits and gastrointestinal disorders, diarrhea, Clostridium difficile colitis, antibiotics associated diarrhea, and acute gastrointestinal enteritis can be treated with this probiotic. Technologic properties for a commercial viability, such as stability of your desired characteristics during the process, storage, and transportation. For the example of a probiotics are lactobacillus species or a bifidobacterium species. So bifidobacterium is a bacillus cereus, non-pathogenic Escherichia coli, and Saccharomyces cerevisiae, yeast or Enterococcus facilis or Streptococcus thermophilus. These are the probiotics which are commonly used as an organism to be fed to the animals to enhance the digestion and absorption of the food items. Bioconversion, for the example of a sugar into a fermentation product or a production of a growth substances like vitamin B, vitamin K for the other bacteria, and direct antagonism by antimicrobial substances like hydrogen peroxide, organic acids, and bacteriocin and acidophilin. Mostly the mechanism of the action is a competitive exclusion for a binding sites, improved barrier function, and production of a beta D-galactosidase enzymes that break down the lactose, reduction of inflammation, thus altering the intestinal properties, stimulation of an innate immune response. Whereas the probiotics can normalize the intestine by suppression of PPMS and intestinal mucosal integrity, the regulation of the bowel movement of IBS, immunomodulation, which is the strengthening of the immunity, the elevate the food allergy and the symptoms, and control the IBD. Whereas the metabolic effects like production of vitamins improve the digestion and lactose tolerance and lowers the cholesterol, bile acid deconjunction and conjugation and secretion, whereas the production of antimicrobial substance like the probiotics microorganism have been shown to produce a variety of the potentially antimicrobial substances such as low molecular weight substances such as organic acids alcohols, hydrogen peroxide, ammonia, methyl hydration, the lipo to lip, lipotein acid, and side uh, prophoresis, and the diacetyl bacteriosin, which is thought to contribute to antibacterial activity of some probiotics. Immune enhancement can be done by a probiotics, can be have a stimulatory effect on both antigen specific and non-specific immune function, like a probiotic administration lead to increasing the macrophages numbers and increasing the phagocytic activity and increasing the production of a cytokine such as the interferon gamma and tumor necrosis factors, which are involved in the modulation of both specific and non-specific immune responses. Enhances the specific and local and systematic immunoglobulin responses. So the probiotics mostly being mixed with for the feed of a cattle and a poultry. Probiotic applied in the animal and a cattle. Poultry industry as a feed have grown the promotion effect and changes in the microbial flora of the feces and intestinal contents of the broiler chicks and pigs. Probiotic skin formulation have been launched and called a canine microbial supplement for healthy skin and improved hair coat. Use of a probiotics for a human. Probiotics can be used for a gastric and intestinal illness, alcohol, liver disease, to enhance both specific and non-specific immune response, provide the relief for lactose intolerance, and reduce the bouts of diarrhea, blood pressure control, reduction in total cholesterol and triglyceride, reduce the cancer risk, and as well as the prebiotic requirement in a poultry concept. The domesticated or restricted access to other hands, the newly born chicks, wild or complete flora production, and direct flora and non-productive. So mostly what happens, the evaluation of probiotic in on poultry, the growth performance has been evaluated, intestinal microbiota and morphology has been evaluated, immune response has been observed, and meat quality and chicken carcass has been seen excellent in side effect of toxicity of ingredients has been evaluated and has been seen that is the probiotic has a excellent performance in the growth performance, intestinal microbiota, immune response, meat quality, and side effects. The sources of probiotics are yogurt that contains a live bacteria culture, cheese that is not bagged, fermented milk, kefir, miso, tempeh, the sauerkraut, or kimchi, soya beverage, and pickles have the probiotics. Whereas the sources of probiotics are, you can see the pictures of a coffee, tempeh, the yogurt, and miso, and as well as you can see the food containing probiotics like a milk, soya milk, or a tofu, or milk products like sour cream, buttermilk, yogurt, fermented Indian food like idlis, dosa, uttapam, uh, Duckless or Vedas, Kadi. These are the probiotics which are containing like pickles and other products are containing the microorganisms which may have to help the intestinal flora, Streptococcus faecalis, 30 million, the Clostridium Bericum and Bacillus, as well as the Lactobacillus spongium, or the prebiotic and probiotic with glutamine and zinc sachets are available in the market. Mostly the probiotics are like yogurt and even a sugar-free DHA or pro gut or also available in the form of a probiotics. So the Pro Life having also the ice cream having the probiotic supplements. So the effect of the probiotics is to uh, the aids in the digestion. It improve the bowel movement. They produce the beneficial effect on health, prevention of a human bacteria from the multiplying in the intestine. They can be ingested uh, as a food, and mm, they reach the intestine alive, and the probiotic is a more potential drug which may be used as the treatment of a gastrointestinal tract, that the diarrhea or acute infections, antibiotic associated C. difficile or H. pylori or eradication, or IBD, ulcerative colitis, or Cohen's disease or pouchitis. The constipation and lactose intolerance can be treated by the probiotic treatment. Whereas the probiotic in the cancer, the enzymes like glycosidase or a B glucuronidase or a reductase or a reductase of the intestinal flora converts the pre-carcinogens to active carcinogens, giving rise to a colon CA. So the probiotics reduce the fecal concentration of the enzymes, reduce the absorption of harmful um, mutagens that may contribute to colon carcinogenesis. So the activity of the lactoacidobacillus and lactoacidoacai supplementation in a human helps to decrease the level of these enzymes. Thank you very much. So you have to share this lecture with your friends so that they may have to be aware about the use of a probiotic in the feed of an animal, or as well as the probiotics can be used to treat the gastrointestinal problems in the humans, and the feeding of the yogurt, cheese, and all these things which contains the live microorganisms is a beneficial for a human, and it helps in the digestion as well as in the absorption, and it improves the health and the growth, and as well as the production of a good meat in the broiler and as well as the animals. Thank you very much. So kindly share this lecture with your friends, and as well as like it. Thank you very much.